I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family to come out to the AfteR Arena, February 13th.
For this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich
TV.
TV. Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here. One more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. I did a video on the Big MeecH linking up with Rick Ross. You know what I mean? The minute I wake up, I gotta get high. The homies be finding some way to get by. Like, clean up the Chevy, let's have it. You know what I mean? Like, the biggest, and I'm being funny, but I fuck with Rick Ross, and lyrically, he's super nice. Definitely super nice, in my opinion. I'm like, damn, I wonder how this shit gonna turn out. Because a couple of days had went by, you know, with 50 Cent not saying nothing. And just to recap, if you didn't see my other video, I didn't talk about it live, I just did a video about it. I'm like, first of all, I get the loyalty, a lot of people in the comment, loyalty on some Kendrick Lamar and Rihanna. Loyalty. Like, what you loyal to? And I get it. I definitely get that part. Outside of that, I'm like, you know, MeecH was the big kingpin, whether you all agree with it or not, you like it or not. And just to, again, to recap some of the stuff, I'm not bigging him up, but in our culture, in our psyche, places we come from, niggas like him is celebrated. That's why they make Big MeecH songs. I think I'm Big MeecH. Larry Hoover, whipping work. Hallelujah. That's why we make series about them and documentaries, so we can see how these niggas got the first glove, you know, stash boxes, and how they connected St. Louis and Miami and, you know, Atlanta and Detroit niggas, and how they did it the biggest. And everybody from the Butler had Gucci, Fendi, Prada on. Everybody get a Bentley, Ferrari, and all that shit. And the niggas that go fight for the country, nigga that go to college and dip and dive in 52 block, the gang life, the street life, they go home and they become executives and businessmen and give jobs to niggas, they don't get celebrated. So I had to preface my, you know, comments with that first, but with saying that, because we do hold these people up here. Not everybody, but niggas do revere them. Nigga ain't tell, nigga stood 10 toes down. You know, nigga was the biggest of the biggest. He linked all these, you know, these niggas. They met the plug. They made 10 million a day. Ain't nobody do that, right? Like, we big that up. I get it. So in that vein, he's that guy. Who are you, 50 Cent, to tell us, man, who he can rub shoulders with, who he can make business deals with, who he can and can't talk to? I'm Big fucking MeecH. Who the fuck is you? Pookie, you know, not Pookie, Boo Boo. Think that's his name, right? Boo Boo, who the fuck is you? You move 100 bricks? Did you meet the Mexican mafia and the El Salvador niggas? Did you do an XYZ? Now you sold your little drugs for Supreme or whoever you did. You got shot up 9 times and you became a rapper, my nigga. You ain't like me. And you know, 50 Cent do got a song, You're Not Like Me. No, you're not like me. So in that sense, if you didn't see my other video, before we get to the response, I just was like, yeah, I get the loyalty part, and I hope it ain't no beef. I hope they still could work together. You know, Rick Ross and 50 Cent, they got a long-standing beef. This nigga took his baby moms to the fur store, to the Gucci store, brought her a bag, let her come out with a book, and we see how she is now, still bitter, still, you know, going at Rick Ross for whatever reason. He chose her, they got kids together. Obviously, they don't give a fuck about how the kids gonna view it. But that was foul play back then, if you don't know. he made the song, Officer Ricky, you won't believe what Tia told me. Your rap career is over, homie. Officer Ricky. Like, he went in, but he didn't finish Rick Ross. See, that's the difference between Murder Inc., Irv Gotti, and them, rest in peace, who we just finished talking about, and Rick Ross. Rick Ross came out like, you swaggerless monkey. He bobbed on them niggas lyrically. He came out, and lyrically, he couldn't fuck with him, in my opinion. He ain't back down. Like, he's one of the only ones. Obviously, the Locks in them too, but he still little bro'd them. Like, yo, get Puff on the phone. Tell a nigga I want to buy Jadakiss Publishing. Like, disrespected him, even though Jay and them came out, you know what I mean? Like, they came out and tore ass. But he still little bro'd them. Don't let me do you like Jay did Mobb Deep. Y'all niggas ain't, money ain't as long as mine. Y'all niggas still don't own your publishing. Y'all signing deals and I give out deals. So in that regards, you know, I may live in, I may live in CT, but I run New York. Even when I ain't there, little nigga, I run New York. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so he got at them in that sense. He wasn't able to do that to Rick Ross. And so the feud just kept going. It died down a little bit. Wasn't able to do that to Rick Ross. So anyway, in my last video, I'm like, I hope, you know, that this shit don't end up being nothing. But how silly am I? We know 50 Cent said, you know what I mean, I don't got to be high to start no shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to be high to start no shit. And he answered back, or he responded to Big Meech doing the promo with Rick Ross about the car show and the welcome home Big Meech shit. And I'm not sure if Meech got with 50 Cent first, so you see the little video. I mean, you just see the photo. It ain't no video. And then he got with Rick Ross after, right? But some days passed and now 50 Cent finally answered. And I knew he was. I just didn't think he was going to answer like this, because I feel like as a grown man that did 22 years, 23 years, being the boss, kingpin type of nigga, whether you agree with it or not, some people be like, yeah, he tore the community down. Right, he did. I'm not saying that he did good shit for the community. He might have gave out some turkeys, might have brought some book bags. He might have did some other shit, but ultimately he tore down the community, granted. However, he's still a grown man. And although you know, brought my story to life, who the fuck is you to tell me who I can and can't talk to? I'm not your bitch. I'm not your, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not your employee. Now, 50 Cent came out, called him a rat, talked about, you know, one of the biggest mistakes you made should have been, you know, to keep good relations with the Tammy Cohen chick. I guess, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on. My response is this, right now that 50 Cent came out and put the rat picture, he put Little Meech text online, showed that, yo, he like, yo, they said you wouldn't follow me and I'll take my shirt off for you and all that and all this. And, you know, we know that he sent them to, you know, acting school 2 years, paid him, made him a big star. So in that sense, I say even though Big Meech in his mind, probably like, yo, I was the biggest out here. The whole fucking kingpin of the East Coast, nigga. From Atlanta to St. Louis to Miami to Detroit. I did it on levels that niggas only dream about, even if it was for a little while. Who the fuck is you, little rapper? You know what I mean? Little small-time drug dealer. And again, I'm just bringing that up because we compartmentalize things and we look at people in awe that, you know, what Ho said, what you mad because he pushed dimes? Or, well, no, what you mad because you sell dimes and he push weight? Y'all don't know my expenses. I got to buy bigger plates and more baggies. Why you all aggy? So people do look at it like, oh, nah, he had a whole drug organization and you just was working for somebody. You might have got a brick, but I had 100 bricks. So it's not the same. In that regards, it's like, maybe Meech in his mind is like, nigga, yeah, you put me on, you did for my son, etc. But who the fuck are you to tell me I can't, you know, link up with nigga? I'm home now. I'm going to be moving around and rubbing elbows with niggas. Who are you? And then 50 is like, nigga, first your brother, you know, Southwest T, linked up with the Supremes, you know, son nigga, wearing a t-shirt. I accept that. Cool. You come home, you know, I did more for your son than you did. And here's the plot twist, right? Because I don't know how Meech viewed it from the series. I don't know none of them niggas, right? They paint him as being smart. being calculated. You had to know that this was going to have a negative blowback, and plot twist why I said that is like, could he be jealous of his own son? Could he be like, damn, if this was me 20 years ago before we got bagged by the feds, I might have been a rapper. I might have been a 50 Cent or a Irv Gotti or somebody in that vein that was calling the shots. But you end up going, you know, to the feds, doing time, and your son, when you look at the clip of him, he's like, yo, I take my shirt off. I take the shirt off my back for 50 Cent. My pops used to call me every day from the can. Matter of fact, let's play that clip real quick.
I'm trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I said, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, you know, to live up to my dad's name. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting classes for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting class in the morning, in the afternoon. Come back home, study again, do the same thing the next day. Wow, but I ball player. Yeah, but I put in the work though.
He said, I was still trying to figure it out. My dad on the jack every day, like, yo, what you gonna do with all that drug kingpin shit that we just talked about? Couldn't get him no job, they ain't got no connections, couldn't put him in the mix. Here comes 50 Cent, New York nigga, like I'm from New York. Put your son on, put him in acting school, morning time, evening time, you know, made the series official, made you a household name. Besides giving birth, you know what I mean? I'm not even trying to, what they call it, when they say hyperbole, right? And you embellishing. I won't think it's even embellishing for me to say like 50 Cent did more for your son than you did. Could it be jealousy? Could it be like, you know what I mean? Damn, I wish that was me. I'm older now. Like all of us, if we blessed to live, you know, the Most High let us live a little bit. You start to get the bags under your eye. You in the feds for 22 years. You ain't coming out looking like no diamond. You don't look 60 and washed up, but you don't look like your son because your son is youthful. He's young. He ain't really, you know what I mean? He ain't do no prison time. Could it be hate from the sideline? Mixed, you know, like, damn, that should be me. So let me go with Rick Ross. Or did Rick Ross get in your mind and you thought, you know, you're going to get the bag with him now and you already had the bag with homie? I don't know. Maybe he like, yo, I'm out now. I'm going to be making my own deals. I'm going to be capitalizing off my own name, my own story. Cool. You know it's beef and rat beef because ain't nobody get killed. Nobody got shot up. Maybe a couple of blows and niggas had a couple of, you know, fist fights, I'm assuming. Again, 50 Cent did this shit with his baby moms. Niggas got rat beef back and forth and all that shit. But it ain't no real beef. Street beef. Maybe he thought it was just some rap shit. I don't know, but my thing is 50 Cent being emotional? And this is the last part of this topic. He's a rat now, right? He's a rat now. And what Jaden Styles said on the joint, and I'm tired of hearing about old niggas that had it. Be the same old niggas that ratted, but who cares? Let's talk about how we hawk niggas and they fucking back. Gun works official, but niggas don't be wanting that because they puss and they mans is lame. We so for real in the hood, we make candy rain. I could easily give you a job, but come see me like me, like, come on, bro. Like, so, you know, in that regards, right, it's like, you been to the nigga ratting. Allegedly, maybe kind of sort of. I'm going to add that, right? Because I know the Cuddy nigga, his daughter came out, and I saved the clips, but I'm not going to play all that in the video right now. 50 Cent is calculated. I read his book, The 50th Law. I read the 48 Laws of Power. I read a few books. Haven't been reading much lately, but yeah, you know, niggas get knocked and read books just to pass the time. It's a 50 Cent reference, right? The first album. I read a lot of books, right? I say that to say 50 Cent is smart. 50 Cent is calculated. 50 Cent like, damn, I'm gonna be dealing with Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work. Hallelujah. Think I may save some things or tuck some things like Mano did. Chano! You know what I mean? When he was in the back of the Maybach, you know what I mean? The back of the act. And he pulled out Troy Ave chain and he thought it was a flex. But a lot of real niggas and just people in general was like, that was the lamest move you could have ever did, my nigga. And you should have never came back. On some Rocky shit, you should have never came back. He thought it was a flex. Yeah, you know, I've been holding on to this in case I had to show niggas and, you know, niggas had your chain, but it's fake and it's, bro, seriously? You held on to a nigga chain that you was supposed to be cool with for 7 years? LeBron James, like, we gonna win not 1, not 2, not 3. Like, Wade start looking at that nigga like, pump the brakes. Kendrick Perkins, keep a cool booty. What you mean, we gonna win 5 rings? Like 7 years, my nigga? You held on to this man chain, waiting for the moment to come out. Ta-da! Look who got your chain, nigga. Cornball, whack move. And I said it. Whack boy move, right? But I say that to say 50 is the type to say, I'm going to be dealing, you know, with these BMF niggas. You know he did his homework before the series. You know he did his homework before any business deals would shake my hand. Make sure it's a firm shake. Say what's up, Ice Cube, and then break. Because if you standing there, I'm going to tell you loud and clear. Get off my dick, nigga. Tell your bitch to come here like some Ice Cube shit. Before the deal was cut, you think he ain't have the fouls? You think a nigga like 50 Cent ain't have the fouls and the rundown on this dude, whether he told or not? So you knew he told. Can't tell me. He could tell y'all, he could tell the internet. You definitely not telling Kid that you did a whole series on a story and you ain't know he told till after the 3rd season? Nah, you knew. So don't push the rat shit now. I hate when people do. It's like a woman. We've been together 15, like 2 years ago. Promises is all. And I'm like, you was dealing with some nigga up in college? No, I mean, found out you still. Nah, you knew I ratted. And I'm just using this allegedly because I don't got no paperwork. But what I'm saying is, if he's a rat now, you knew he was a rat. But you still did the series. You still got money off the series. It ain't like you just took Little Meech out the kindness of your heart and says, you know what? I'm going to send you to acting school. I'm going to pay for your classes. I'm going to make sure you're the face of... No, nigga. You did it because there's money involved, and I'm not knocking it. Business is business, and that's why when Rick Ross answered, he like, yo, nigga mad because we took a picture together. He mad because we did a little video. And Rick Ross is a super troll, just like that's why he laughs. He's nice lyrically. He ain't backing down, and on the troll level, he's up there. He's like, yo, you might as well put your back on the wall and slide down. Like, come on, my nigga. Get out of your feelings. Business is business. Like, there's plenty of niggas, you know, at least where I'm from. And I'm from 142nd, Lenox Avenue, Lynch Mob. No, not the rap niggas. Lynch Mob, right? And I'm just telling you where I'm from. Plenty of drug deals, street shit go on where niggas don't really like each other. Niggas don't fuck with each other. But no, we gonna control over here. Y'all niggas gonna have a, you know what I mean? Like, we gonna make it work because there's money involved. And we can look past the money. In fact, what was it, the scene from Snowfall, right? With Franklin. Fire series, right? If you ain't familiar, you ain't familiar. I think Leon, my name, right? My government name. Nigga with the afro. He was he had conflict with the light-skinned nigga. I can't think of his name. And whatever the scene was, you see Franklin get super mad, like, I don't give a fuck. You mad about such and such a nigga because you don't like the way that he speak to you. We getting money, like we moving bricks, my nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Put all that little boy shit to the side. Put your pride to the side. Let's get some money and let's burn this shit down. And then he even burnt the other nigga face and all that because they didn't like how he was talking or whatever. And there's plenty of people, like people go to work every day. You don't like your boss. You don't like your coworkers, but they paying you. Some getting paid good, some not getting paid good, but you got to pay your bills. So you go to work every day, you sit on the train, riding back and forth with people you don't fucking like, and weirdo mental health people every day to get paid so you can get by. Just to get by, just to get by. Bro, y'all all millionaires. You all a millionaire, I get it, the loyalty. And anyway, Rick Ross answered, and he trolled the shit out of him. Like, yo, he like, it's a few times that, you know, different people try to cease the beef. I'm going to use coincidence, beef, right? And he like, I refuse that shit. Because this nigga's a swaggerless monkey. Nigga can't dress, nigga got the New York hat on with the collar sticking out. And he like, and then I could just jump in and say, yo, we got the car show. We got this, we got that. He even coming out like, yo, we might do a whole motion movie because what y'all was getting was like the low budget version of BMF. We might bring it to the real big screen. And whether that's true or not, you know, it is what it is. But I feel like two things before we get off this. One, I feel like Big Meech could do what the fuck he want because he's a grown man. He don't owe no loyalty to nobody. He don't. Like, nigga, you benefited off of this. You ain't come get me out of prison and get my son and do the story and do all that out of the kindness of your heart. You did it because it was a check involved. You did it because our story was going to sell, nigga. We made BMF the biggest with the billboards and all that shit when you come into Atlanta. You ain't did it if it was some rinky-dink bum-ass story. You did it because it was a story people wanted to hear about. And what better person to use? My son. Because he looked just like me when I was young. So you did it with a purpose. You didn't just do it and put money on the books because we was day ones. We grew up together. I know your moms and all that. You didn't do it for that. So in that breath, he was looking at probably at it like that. Breath two, you a smart man, Meech. You had to know it was going to be some type of blowback, and then you ain't even think of your son. You ain't even think of the ramifications and, you know, the trickle-down effect that it was going to have on your son. He made your son a household name, put that nigga in the series, paid for it, this shit again. He benefited off it, but he still did it. You couldn't even do it with all of the clout and the kingpin status that you had. You couldn't get on the phone and put that nigga in the series and sell your story to somebody that would have did it the way 50 Cent did it. So it should be some type of, keep using loyalty, but if anything, get on the phone first. Now, I mean, not that you have to, because you are Big Meech, I get it. But it still should have been like, yo, Fifth, the nigga did do the BMF song about me. The nigga wanted to put some money in my pocket. He wanted to do the car show. No, you don't. How deep is the beef? Like, you know what I mean? Is it some rap shit, some street? Like, I want to be my own man and move around. What's up? How can we both get some money? As opposed to doing it, and, you know, maybe it's more than what we know, because in the video, he like, yo, I'm back, and it looked like they all trolling. It looked like they all trolling him. Is 50 Cent wrong for exposing Little Meech, the text messages and all that? We noticed what 50 Cent do, bro. We noticed what he do. He's the biggest troll, or one of them. And Rick Ross is one too. Is he over emotional? Should he be mad? Should he be telling this whole grown man that was who he is, who and who he can't talk to, when he can talk to him, how to talk to him? Can't get my own money? Can't talk to other bosses? And a lot of people like, yo, Rick Ross lame and woo 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 and and I get it. Took a whole nigga, like you bigging him up, but you didn't do that for the real Ricky Freeway. You didn't do that for him, and he's already on record. Obviously, he sued Rick Ross. That's why, you know, it's Rose. Now, Rose, like, he changed it. He like, yo, nigga called me up on the phone, and, you know, then when he came home, they was in the same room, and it was all love. Like, he was bowing down, like the real, you know what I mean? Like, I'm that fucking guy, and you was a correction officer telling niggas to lock in, homie. I'm that guy. Again, it's tearing down the community. I'm just saying the facts. I'm that guy making $1 million a day or whatever. I brought the whole strip, and you just taking my likeness and taking my lifestyle, and which is some crazy shit. And you don't big me up. You don't give me no money. You don't put me in your video. You don't try to partner with me. I'm the nigga who you copying. And what they say, imitation is the highest form of flattery. Yet Big Meech, who you ain't, I don't know if he sent money to him or not, money on the books. Why you ain't sending son to acting school? Why you ain't sending niggas $1 million? You did this, and maybe he did. And maybe that's why, you know, Meech is fucking with him. Lastly, before we get off this topic, you hear Little Meech like, yo, you know, Rick Ross gave him a couple dollars to the next series. Like, how you come home and you ain't got no money, or, you know, woo woo woo, and you miscalculated. That's the only thing I could think of. You know, I ain't mad at you for doing what you're gonna do. Now you fucking with Ross. It better be a solid thing, because you're not gonna be able to go back over that bridge that you burned.
But y'all know who it is. Popovus.
from Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.